on my mind all night long. Maybe we'd have got a vodka lemonade. We show the cool kids how to be the youth of today. We jump the fence and play in Mr. Grogan's pool. Hit call the police and we hide behind the school. We spend hours throwing stones into the sea. They were the best days of my life, I promise thee. Oh, I could be a saint while you would be the sinner. My mother used to frown when I'd invite you home for dinner. Oh, my darling, how I miss you to the day I'd give my everything to see your face again. Oh, I'm so sorry I've been distant in the past. I've written tons of letters and they'd ended in the trash. Oh, my darling, how I miss you to the day I'd give my everything to see your face again, my friend.
Hello Minecrafters everywhere, my name is Cubic and welcome back to yet another episode of our Minecraft Let's Play series. Hope you guys are excited to get into things today. Today's been a relatively good day for me today. I've been getting a lot of stuff done, but I figured I need to calm down for just a little bit here, sit down, relax, and enjoy a little bit of Minecraft, get some things accomplished that you guys can actually see on camera. Would be kind of nice. But yeah, I hope you guys are excited for what we're going to get into today. We've got a lot of things planned. I don't know if you guys kind of have gotten the vibe, but we're trying to get some projects completed. Some project we started way long time ago. That wasn't English, I know. But yeah, we've started some projects a long time ago. I'm trying to get these things finished up because I want to actually do a world tour here very soon. I figured there's a lot of new people here on the channel that are probably a little bit confused about exactly what's going on, so I figured it'd be nice to kind of get a whole grasp, I guess, on everything that's going on in our world. But I want to get this project completed because literally our I guess our world tour would basically just be, well, I started this project but I never finished it, or it's kind of done but it's not quite. You know, I want projects to actually be completed. So yeah, let's hop into Minecraft. Let me make sure I do the right scene here. There we go. Yeah, so last episode we were working on a pretty exciting project here for our flower farm that we got going on, our UFO flower farm. I believe it is working as far as the timing is going. But yeah, so that's going to be a thing. This guy though. So I ran the redstone for this. I'm going to change the song just to something a little bit more upbeat. There we go. Yeah, so we spent some time working on the system that we wanted to get flowers into these two chests, and we are successfully doing that. Now you guys can probably see a little bit of particles going on there for exactly what's going on underneath this, but we've got some redstone underneath here. Yeah, a lot of redstone just running to that dropper. So this villager is, I think I'm going to move this door here. I think might be the best option, so he can get in and out of his house without dealing with issues. Push you, like, you go somewhere right now. There we go. Right. Yeah, I got stuff on me, so we got. Okay, so I'm thinking move this villager over here. Whoops, I need that to be a double block. Okay, and then we'll do, like, break this little pathway going. Okay, so yeah, underneath here, he actually can't access this because he thinks that there's no blocks here, so he's not going to walk on that. Where did he go? No, you don't belong here. Go back to your house. Come on. Oh, there's our, yeah, frames. So yeah, that thing is working, which is good. Come on. You like this place. I know you do. There you go. Alright, so yeah. Move that and Do we have any glass anywhere? I think I do. One of these chests. Just so you can access that place a little bit better. Glass, there we go. Plenty of glass panes. Alright. Alright, so yeah, that'll work for now. I might redo that a little bit, do something better with that. Let's get this sign here, and we'll officially name this house Flower House. And that'll be where all flowers and seeds go to. So yeah, you guys this is boring stuff. This is aesthetics. Why are you focused on this? We want to see redstone. Alright, let's go see the redstone. So yeah, a lot of you guys are probably familiar with this system. We worked on a separate system, a junction over here, which is working. There is only one issue. We do have to edit this system over here because this isn't quite working. We probably see it here very shortly once this minecart comes up. It stops at that one, but it won't stop at this one because it hits that detector rail too quickly. So we're going to have to move this out like we did this one. Not too difficult to do, but let's go look at the redstone down here. So I redid this system a little bit. It still needs some work. Basically, we got a minecart that's going to drop off items. Yeah, this is the redstone behind it. Drop off items here. Those are going to get put into both of these droppers. These droppers will actually get... this will fill up this one first. Once this gets completely full of items, it'll start filling up this one. Basically, we're setting this up so that way we'll have just infinite amount of items. Now, there is an issue with a little bit of lag going on, but that can be avoided, I guess, kind of. We'll deal with that when that time comes. Whenever we fill this completely up, we might have to just take out a comparator just because, you know, there's no reason to have it there if we're full of items. But yeah, got a comparator going to redstone wire. It's going to a repeater, and that's going also a comparator from here. So anytime either there's a signal from here or a signal from here, this piston, the sticky piston here, will push this block to this position, and this clock will then pulse all of the redstone torches and wire that's hooked up to this tower of redstone torches. So yeah, I really can't show you this very well, so you have to kind of watch the last episode to kind of see everything, how we did all this, but basically just repeaters eventually somehow getting to that block, and redstone wire involved here. So yeah, pretty excited about that. And then this wire here runs all the way around, just to get from, let's see, where is it, just to get to this position, I guess. I'm not even sure if this is necessary, is it? I don't think this wire is necessary here. I think we're covering that here. Yeah, I don't think that's necessary, so we can actually take this out. Yeah, so we can get rid of that ugliness going on, refine it just a little bit more. But yeah, so we do have one little issue going on here, and that is we've got to get items. We can get items into this dropper here, but we had to sacrifice some space in order to do that, as well as we made an error last episode. So basically, in order for this, the way we had the hoppers going, we just had it going in a straight line, and then this one would just turn in here. Now, the only issue with that is that it would not put any, once this thing got full, it would not put items into this line here. It has to be underneath. There has to be a hopper pulling from underneath, so when this thing starts to get full, it'll start to pull items. If it's just turned like that and we just had like a hopper, let's just say the cobblestone's a hopper and that hopper's facing this direction, it would not be able to put items into, this hopper would not put items anywhere, it just gets stuck. So yeah, we basically needed to create a space for that, and we went ahead and did that. So we're only going to do one last thing here to get, we got to get items into this dropper here. And I have a relatively easy way of doing that. Say easy. We have to be careful with that in this series because it never is easy. Do I have any more droppers? I might have to make some more. Everything else I have on me. I think I have to make some more droppers here. I just need to make one cobblestone. Okay, dropper. And close that up. So we're going to have a dropper right here. That will then, let's see, let's do this. Comparator, redstone wire, and then that should, I think that should take care of it. This has to be on there, okay. How am I doing this wrong here? This has to be a repeater here, maybe? Redstone. There we go. So that should work. In fact, actually I know how to force it to work. Power that block. Okay, so we'll have hoppers running here, and then whenever an item gets put into that dropper, it's just going to insert it immediately into the hopper chain. And we should see it here. And then that should have gone, it might have gone all the way up immediately. That actually worked a lot better than I thought it would. Let's see. Check our house here, we should see cobblestone in here. Birchwood might have got stuck. Where did that cobblestone go? It's in one of the droppers, I think. Check each one, see. So not quite according to plan, but pretty close, I think. Dropper, come on. There it is. Okay, so it's like in the center there, which is alright. We can deal with that because we're going to have multiple items that come in at a time, so we won't have to worry about that. We'll cover up these hoppers here with items so they don't or items with slabs so they hopefully won't cause as much lag, because we're gonna have to lag proof a lot of this stuff eventually. Eventually, as in whenever it gets so bad we can't play the game. You think I'm joking, I'm not. Alright, so yeah, this system should be pretty good now. The only thing we're going to have to adjust, and it's just going to be right up here, is this drop-off system here. And genuinely, all I think I have to do is just create a junction like this one here. So let's just make sure that minecart doesn't come back. So we're creating a junction. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I should take it. Okay, so I've got, let's get some stone bricks here. Rail. And then I need a detector rail sitting. How am I doing this? I'm doing this in a, okay. Detector rail sitting in this position, and then rail, and then on the other side here we'll have a piece of redstone so we can edit that part. So basically what's going to happen here is, because there's a piece of redstone here, it's going to be able to send power to this block and be able just to change it whenever there's a minecart sitting here. So if we put a minecart with a chest on that, see how it changes the junction? So that'll make it so that whenever this thing is going through, it'll be able to stop at this position here and get items, and then go forth into the world and deliver more items to more places. Okay, so put some rails back, and I think that should be good. We'll have to wait for the minecart to come back just to make sure. Never be too careful, but I think we're doing pretty good in that aspect. Let's see. There we go, nice. So yeah, check that position just to make sure we're any items, which are not, simply because we do not have bone meal in the system currently, and we're going to work on resolving that here in the next few episodes. But for right now, this system is working. It just needs to have items put into it, and the lag will ensue. So I've noticed that if I'm not looking in the direction of the droppers, we're okay. So yeah. If it gets to a point where it's really bad, we might redo that system and do something different. But I think for right now we'll let that go. And now it's time to move on. So, finished up the flower farm here. It is working-ish. It just needs items, and we're going to work on getting the bones. But, we've had a very large project that we haven't finished. This library, okay? So if you're new, the library is basically a remote request system for enchants. For any enchant that we want, we can request it simply by removing an enchantment book. So it's going to auto-supply enchantment books to our library. So we've got every enchant being labeled right now. So we've got like power, protection, and so forth. And if we were to remove this book, it will then send a signal saying, I don't have a book here. I don't have a power book. I need a new one. So then our system all the way back at our storage area, our enchantment storage area, is going to say, okay, I'm going to send you a book, but it needs to have the correct, it's going to get it from a minecart, and the minecart needs to have the correct the correct area to go to. So we were running this with redstone line. We're going to do something a little bit different simply because redstone line is expensive to run. Redstone wire is expensive to run, and it can be done much simpler, and I have a lot of redstone here. So essentially what's going to happen, this system is going to, I think, get torn up. I have to rework this system, I think, figure out exactly what's going on. I took the slime blocks out of here. Okay, that's why that system. Rework the system a little bit. So essentially what was happening before is we were getting a signal, or this is a gate, I guess, would the best way to describe this. Anytime the gate is, I gotta remember how I wired this system. I might just break down this whole system and redo it, simply because I think this can be done a little bit better. But basically the whole idea was that we have all of our storage area for all of our enchants, and all we have to do is send power to this junction and say, okay, like, because the minecart's going to come this way, it's going to keep checking, okay, I can't turn that way, can't turn that way, can't turn that way, can't turn that way, can't turn, oh, I can turn this way, okay. And, you know, this rail will be turned, and we could then put an item in there, say dropper with lure enchant books in there, and then it'll say, okay, alright, I've made my run, I'm going to go up this way, and this will run essentially to down here, where it's just going to drop straight down, and then it'll run all the way back, drop off the item, and it'll turn off that signal. So I gotta remember exactly how I did. There was that switch downstairs. I don't remember what all that was for. I think this is part of the switch here, that basically whenever there's any sort of a signal that gets put in here, it then says, okay, you no longer need this, so I'm going to reset. I think that's how I ran this. So we had the wire going this way, and for some reason I had it going this way, which seems really dumb now that I look at it, because it needs to just go here. But then we have the wire going down here. Where are you coming from? This is like getting into the mind of Cubic whenever he had a plan. Okay, yeah, we got a detector rail here. That's basically whenever it gets done with the run, it's going to then send the signal down here to this switch to push back, I think is the best way I could describe it. It's going to turn it off so that way it can make the run back without getting stuck. How did I do this? I know there's a very good reason for this, of how this works. Very good system for how this works. So, let me look at this again. Had this running, that we get a signal, anytime we get a signal from here, to reset. So that way it doesn't, there's something about it getting stuck. Oh, I know. We needed to flip all these back. So whenever this minecart, let's say we're requesting projectile protection, we can't return this. Okay, so we say this is turned. It goes into here. It then gets a detector rail signal that will then turn this back so it can proceed without just looping back and forth. You know, that's not going to work. Because then it'll just like get stuck here and then it'll go into here and then bounce back. So yeah, that's where our gate is there. That's what our gate is for, essentially. So I need to get slime blocks. I'm struggling with English again. I need to get slime blocks, and I need to set up this system again, this gate, make sure it's working again. It's because we stole all the slime blocks out of here, because we weren't. I was like, oh yeah, we're not going to do this system for a while, and we didn't. But I did need the slime blocks for another project. I don't know what that project was, to be honest. Okay, alright, so I got some slime balls in different places. That's my problem. Some out by the library here, some out, some in storage, I think. We need to get the storage system up and running, too. That's gonna be a fun project, because we gotta list every item. That's gonna be good. Alright, so let's get up here. Where I miss having like speed or something to just run faster and get around quicker. That's what seriously, what is Mojang doing adding like new blocks? Let's just add stuff to make the way of getting around Minecraft easier. Light truck, yeah, cool. I want to run fast. I know there's speed beacons, but that's like such a limited range.